Let's tell you really what is DVT. Let Chantal tell you what is DVT.
Deep vein thrombosis, DVT, also called venous thrombosis, occurs when a thrombus, a blood clot, develops in the veins deep in your body because your veins are injured or the blood flowing through them is too sluggish. The blood clots may partially or completely block blood flow through your vein. Most DVTs happen in the lower leg, thigh, or pelvis, but they also can occur in other parts of your body, including your arm, brain, intestines, liver, or kidneys.
Good. So as indicated, just to highlight the point, most of DVT occur in the leg, the lower leg, the thigh, or pelvis. But of course, it can occur in other parts of the body. What is the danger of DVT?
Even though DVT itself is not life threatening, the blood clots have the potential to break free and travel through your bloodstreams. A pulmonary embolism happens when traveling blood clots emboli becomes lodged in your blood vessels of your lung. Since this can be a life threatening condition, you need a quick diagnosis and treatment. As many as half of those who get a DVT in their legs develop symptoms of intermittent leg pain and swelling that may last months to years. These symptoms are called post thrombotic syndrome and can happen because of damage to the valves and the lining of your inner lining of your veins, leading to blood pooling more than it should. This increases the pressure inside your veins and causes pain and swelling. Characteristics of this condition includes pooling of blood, chronic leg swelling, increased pressure within your veins, increased pigmentation or discoloration of your skin.
Good, and also you may also get leg ulcers too. So clearly it's dangerous. PE, just to emphasize, a piece can break off an emboli can break off. That's why it refers to a P, pulmonary emboli, and it can travel to the lung or travel to the heart, and that is dangerous. That is dangerous. So clearly, when one has DVT, it has to be addressed as soon as possible. And of course, you feel the pain, the signs, and the symptoms. So that has to be addressed. How common though is this DVT? DVT again is deep vein thrombosis. Deep vein thrombosis means a clot in the veins in the leg deep within, and there is how common is that? Let me just briefly say each year, for instance, one in three. We have U.S. statistics. One to three of every 1,000 adults develop DVT or PE in the States. So that's the state statistics. And 300,000 people die each year as a result of DVT PE. So that is very common. It is the third most common vascular disease behind heart attacks and stroke. Third most common. Acute DVT PE can occur at any age, but are less common in children and adolescents, are more common in those over the age of 60. More common in those over the age of 60. More than half of all DVT happens as a result of being in hospital from a medical illness or following surgery. Persons lying down too much. They're stationary, so as a result of that, lots of that happen. The reason why DVT are more common after hospital stays because they're lying in bed most of the time instead of moving around like they would normally do. So that is common. It's a common condition. Let's now look at the symptoms of DVT. What are some of the symptoms? What do you expect? What can you identify?
A DVT usually forms in the veins of your legs or arms. Up to 30% of people with a DVT don't have symptoms, but sometimes the symptoms are very mild and may not raise concern. The symptoms associated with DVT include swelling of your leg or arm, sometimes this happens suddenly, pain or tenderness in your leg or arm, may only happen when standing or walking. The area of your leg or arm that's swollen or hurts may be warmer than usual. The skin that's red or discolored. The vein near the skin surface may be larger than normal. Abdominal pain or flank pain when blood clots affect the veins deep inside your abdomen. Severe headaches, usually of sudden onset, and or seizures when blood clots affect the veins of your brain. Some people don't know they have DVT until the clots move from their leg or arm and travels to their lung. Symptoms of acute pulmonary embolisms include chest pain, shortness of breath, cough with blood, lightheadedness, and fainting.
Good. So one of the complications of DVT is PE. Notice the symptoms of PE, pulmonary embolism. That's a clot that's broken off from the a piece that's broken off and they travel. You get chest pain, shortness of breath, cough with blood, lightheadedness, and fever. Those are the symptoms. Shortness of breath. But DVT, swelling of the leg, or sometimes you may not get any pain, or leg or arm, tenderness. The area may be red, red or discolored. The veins may be larger than normal. So these are just look out for these signs here. But once you have signs of pain, the calf muscles, the so to speak, the legs, this is a sign that you have to see a doctor. So it's important to call your doctor right away or go to emergency room if you have symptoms of a DVT. If you notice that you have symptoms of DVT, notice those symptoms. Don't wait to see if your symptoms go away. Get treatment right away to prevent serious complications. That's what we always advise. Prevention is better than the complications that will result. So take action right away. Good. So let us look at what are the possible common causes of DVT, deep vein thrombosis.
These conditions can increase your risk of a deep vein thrombosis. 1. Having an inherited genetic condition increases your risk of blood clots. Having cancer and some of its treatments, chemotherapy. Having a history of deep vein thrombosis in yourself or your family. Having limited blood flow in a deep vein because of an injury, surgery, or immobilization. Not moving for long periods of time, like sitting for a long time on trips in a car, truck, bus, train, or airplane, or being immobile after surgery or a serious injury. Being pregnant or having recently delivered a baby. Being older than 40, although a DVT can affect people of any age. Having overweight, having an autoimmune disease like lupus, using tobacco products, having varicose veins, taking birth control pills or hormone therapy, having a central venous catheter or pacemaker, or having COVID 19.
Good. So, what causes it? So, there are some of the causes that we can have control over, but persons who have genetic, of course, in genetic condition may not. Those who are taking chemotherapy, be aware of that. Chances of getting a DVT is there. History of DVT within your family, genetics again. Having a limited blood flow in the deep veins because of an injury or surgery or immunization, not moving, immobile. So if you're not used to moving, sit down a lot, lie down a lot, when you're able to, you then that's a problem. Not moving for long periods, for instance, sitting on long flights, long travel. It's good after, always good to stretch your legs, get up and walk around after an hour, every hour do that. Long trips on truck, bus, train, airplane, being immobile after surgery or serious. Of course, pregnant persons, being older than 40, overweight, obesity, overweight. Of course, persons are obese or overweight, they tend not to walk. They're immobile, so that contributes towards that. Using tobacco, and of course, having varicose veins, taking both control pills, the estrogens and progestogens, they can cause that. Always remember that. Having a catheter or pacemaker, good. And of course, so those are the causes, those are the possible causes of DVT. You need to look at How is it diagnosed? Of course, the healthcare provider will do a physical exam and tests are ordered. The dimer test is what you call a screening test. And the dimer test indicate whether you have clots somewhere in the body. It's not specific, so to speak, but you do things like Doppler, venous and ultrasound. That is more specific test that's done for DVT. Sonograph. The Doppler is a non-invasive test that's done, scan that's done. We have venograph, we have MRI, and CT scans. All of these can be done to confirm the diagnosis of DVT. Good. If your doctor thinks you have a genetic acquired clotting issue disorder, you may need special blood tests. Yeah, you may need blood tests. Good. So let's look at the management. Let's know that it's diagnosed, confirmed by a duplex ultrasound. Then we can look at how it's treated. Let's look at how it's treated.
Therefore, you would have an activity guideline to help with management and treatment. A DVT may make it harder for you to get around at first because of leg pain and swelling, but you'll be able to slowly return to your normal activities. If your legs feel swollen or heavy, lie in bed with your heels propped up about 5 to 6 inches. This helps improve circulation and decreases swelling. In addition, exercise your calf muscles if you're sitting still for long periods of time. Stand up and walk for a few minutes every hour while awake and especially during a long haul flight or road trip. Wear knee high compression stockings. These minimize leg pain and swelling by at least 50% if you wear them daily. Avoid activities that may cause serious injury. Stay hydrated at all times and especially during travel.
Good, very good. So these are activity guidelines. When somebody is diagnosed with DVT, exercise the muscles, stand up and walk a few minutes, as indicated. Good. So what treatments are available? There are treatments available for that. Some people may need to be treated in hospital. Others may be able to do that outpatient department treatment. And treatment include anticoagulants. Anticoagulants is a big word, but simply means blood thinners. Blood thinners. So that's a must. Blood thinners are given. They don't break up the existing. You have thrombolytics, special medicine that break up the existing clot. But the anticoagulant prevent formation of new clots. Prevent formation. They act. So that's how they book. Blood thinners. They keep the blood thin so that they may not come harm. And of course, one may need, as mentioned, compression stockings and elevating the legs at different times throughout the day. Okay. When DVT is extensive, invasive treatment are necessary, where you may use catheter-based procedure thing. So the main goals of treatment is to keep the clot from getting bigger and involved in other veins. Keep the clot from getting bigger, involved in other veins, prevent the clot from breaking off in your veins and moving to your lungs, lessen the risk of another blood clots, prevent long-term complications from blood clots like chronic vein insufficiency. So clearly, that's how it's done. Once it's diagnosed, then treatment steps in. You have activities to do, certain activities that your healthcare provider will give you to do. And of course, you're on medication. Medication is critical and you have to take it accordingly. We talk more about it, the medication treatment when we come back. Let's take a quick break.
And carry, cash and carry, and carry, cash and carry. We offer the finest selection of products that cater to your every need, from groceries to household essentials. Our shelves are stocked with quality items that are sure to impress. And guess what? We're not just great for wholesale. We're also your go-to place for all your food service needs. Located right opposite the Immigration Department on King George V Street in Roseau, we take pride in providing you with an unforgettable shopping experience. Our friendly staff is here to assist you in each and every step of the way. Ready to place an order or have a question? Call us at 316-0184 or 255-6823. And carry, cash and carry, and carry, cash and carry. We can't wait to see you.
A fresh market. When money done comes and the pocket done touch you. A fresh market. Fresh market. It's a fine day. We are open 7 days a week with the top of the line products. Well stocked supermarket and pharmacy, health and beauty care, fresh produce and meat prepared daily, hot and cold kitchen, ready to go meals, sandwiches, salads, and desserts at your fingertips. Easy access, located on the bayfront, environment friendly, and our staff are approachable and ready to assist. Have you figured out who we are? You got it. Fresh your one stop. Everybody done comes and your pocket done touch you. Fresh market, fresh market, it's a fine day. Fresh market.
Magical moments, supermarket sweet. Magical moments, supermarket sweet. Fresh market, best person, cash and carry. Enjoy your way with magical moments in store too. $100 or more for a chance to win a lot. Above $15,000 in prize tickets. Shop with Joy, shop with Please. Bring your
A fresh market. Well, money done comes and your pocket done touch you. A fresh market. Fresh market. It's a fine day. We are open 7 days a week with the top of the line products. Well stocked supermarket and pharmacy, health and beauty care, fresh produce and meat prepared daily, hot and cold kitchen, ready to go meals, sandwiches, salads, and desserts at your fingertips. Easy access, located on the bayfront, environment friendly, and our staff are approachable and ready to assist. Have you figured out who we are? You got it. Fresh your one stop. Everybody done comes and your pocket done touch you. Fresh market.
All right, back to you. Good. So now that we're talking about treatment of DVT, I'm giving you some good advice. The treatment, how the treatment involved. Let's talk about the medication. Talk important information about the medication.
Take your medications exactly as your healthcare provider tells you to. Have blood tests your provider requests and keep all scheduled laboratory appointments. Don't stop or start taking any medications, including medications and supplements you take without a prescription, without asking your provider. And talk to your provider about your diet. You may need to make changes depending on the medication you take.
Yes, that's very important information about because these medicine they can interfere with the way they act, the way they thin the blood. So it's important. Don't stop the medicine, and if you're taking any additional anything you want to take while you're on blood thinners, you must talk to the pharmacist or healthcare provider. Talk to the pharmacist; they'll advise you accordingly. That is critical. Any additional thing you want to take, supplements also while on the blood thinners. So important to do that. And of course, you don't stop taking the medicine until you're advised, until you're told to do that. Of course, we mentioned the anticoagulants, the big word, but mainly is just blood thinner. And the common one that's used is just to mention warfarin, but there are newer types, the apixaban, rivaroxaban, those are all better than much superior to warfarin. You don't have to do things like PTT and so forth to while you're on those. Those are rare good drugs. So of course you will need to take an anticoagulant. Your healthcare provider will deal with that, and the pharmacist will help you accordingly, provide you with good advice as to the best way to take the medicine and what to avoid. They'll do that. Good. In addition to that, compression stockings. Let's talk a little bit about compression stockings.
You'll probably need to wear graded elastic compression stockings to either improve or completely get rid of leg swelling. Damage to the small valves inside your veins often causes this swelling. You may also have swelling because DVT is blocking blood flow in your veins. You wear most compression stockings just below the knee. These stockings are tight at the ankle and become looser at the as they go away from your ankle. This causes gentle pressure compression on your leg. Some people need to wear these for 2 years or more. Several clinical studies have shown that compression stockings improve the symptoms of leg pain and swelling by at least 50% as long as they're worn daily from morning to evening. They don't have to be worn overnight. After surgery, your provider may put compression devices on your calves to put pressure on them. These machines squeeze and release the fabric covered device around your calves while you're lying in bed. These devices help to prevent a DVT if you're in the hospital, but they aren't prescribed outside of the hospital. In addition, unlike compression stockings that you can wear safely when a leg DVT is present, you shouldn't use these devices for DVT prevention if you have a DVT.
Good. So let us look at prevention. Move on to prevention. How can I reduce my risk?
After you have a DVT, you need to reduce your risk of future DVTs or PE clots by taking your medications exactly as your healthcare provider tells you to, keeping your follow up appointments with your doctor and the laboratory. This tells your provider how well your treatment is working. Making lifestyle changes such as eating healthier foods, being more active, and avoiding tobacco products. If you've never had a DVT but have an increased risk of developing one, be sure to exercise your calf muscles if you need to sit still for a long time. Stand up and walk at least every half an hour if you're on a long flight, or get out of the car every hour if you're on a long road trip. Get out of bed and move around as soon as you can after you're sick or have surgery. The sooner you move around, the less chance you have of developing a DVT. Take medications or use compression stockings after surgery if your provider prescribes them to reduce the risk of clots. Follow up with your provider as directed and follow the recommendations to reduce your risk of a clot.
Good, very good. So those are preventive measures one has to take once they have been diagnosed with a DVT. Good. So if you have a deep vein thrombosis, you're not alone. Every year, at least 1 million Americans get one. Several treatments can help. Note, several treatments can help, and your healthcare provider can customize your care to your situation. In other words, there's always in other words, what we're saying is that treatment depends on the individual and the severity of the condition. If they prescribe blood thinners, be sure to keep up with all your follow-up appointments so you know you're getting the correct treatment or the correct dose. Always do that. So clearly, DVT is common as indicated. We can prevention strategies. We mentioned that. We mentioned the symptoms. Be aware of the symptoms. Causes. We look at the causes. Be aware of the causes. Be aware of the symptoms. And once you have normally clot can occur anywhere in the body, but usually DVT is in the leg. Once you have signs and symptoms, you need to take corrective measures and don't delay. And we encourage you to do that. And once you're prescribed medicines, follow through on that. And always talk with the pharmacist who will give you advice as to the best possible way to take the medicine so that you can have the maximum outcome. Good. So that's the management of it. And of course, we looked at prevention. Keep moving, lose that weight, reduce that weight. And be very as active as possible. So you want to follow all of these prevention tactics here. Information. Good. So we from Best Price and Fresh Market can continue to provide you with information you need. We looked at DVT today, and then we'll probably look at stroke next week. We'll look at, because they're closely linked. You can get stroke from clots too. We're closely linked. So we'll look at that next week. So feel free to call us, talk to the pharmacist. They can provide additional information. Come in, talk to us, or call us. We can give you information. That's what we're there for. Fresh Market and Best Price, the pharmacy that continue to provide you with information that you need to care for yourselves. So we want to wish everyone a pleasant weekend.
I want to wish you a pleasant weekend. Any fishing this weekend?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Kawang or what?
No, Taza, Kingfish.
Taza, okay.
Kingfish.
King of Taza. We'll talk next week. Bye-bye.
Fresh Market Pharmacy has expanded to customers with its new additional location at Best Price. 2 convenient locations on the St. Eugenia Charles Boulevard and at Best Price Riverbank. Fresh Market Pharmacy provides over-the-counter medication, health and personal care, prescription drugs, and natural supplements. Our experienced pharmacists and technicians provide the best quality services. Call 225-6883, 255-6875, WhatsApp 316-0310. Your prescription bill just got lower.
Are you ready? Are you ready to talk about how we can help the vulnerable members of society, our children, the elderly, and differently abled? Are you interested in small business, education, job creation, and the environment? Then it sounds like you're ready. You're ready for Let's Talk Progress, a new uplifting show on Q95 every Saturday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. hosted by United Progressive Party. Together for progress.
Today I never give up before. It's not in my blood.
Merry Christmas from this. Real connections, real deals, real fun. Biggest are turning it up. Christmas has begun. Hey, get your plan, get your prize. Everything nice. Smart TVs, smartphones, a smart device. Who wants a ham and turkey? Me. Who wants a smart device? Me. Who wants a bill pay? Me. Who will digital? Me. Real connections, real rewards. Every week more hits in store. Real connections, real rewards. Kentucky and so much more.
This Christmas, Flow is making the season merrier when you add postpaid to internet. Unwrap a new smartphone for only $10. Plus, we're giving you 35% off your mobile bill. And win even more goodies with our Spin the Wheel Christmas promotion. This Christmas, the rewards are on us. Add postpaid to your internet plan today in store or visit discoverflow.co for more info. Terms and conditions apply. Flow, we keep your Christmas rhythm flowing.
Unwrap the magic of Christmas with Beep. Buy $15 in any Beep product for your chance to win a $1,500 Do-It Center shopping spree. To enter, just write your name and contact number on the back of your receipt and drop it in entry boxes provided, or WhatsApp a photo of your receipt and contact number to 616-8810. But hurry, entries close on December 19th. Be Healthy Home. Distributed by Fine Foods Inc.
Calypso! Yes, the Calypso season is upon us. Saturday, December 13, 2025 at the Factory, Valley Road. Only $20. Seating only $30. And imagine elimination VIP $100. Come here at the beginning of the season and make sure you're there till the end. Many Calypsonians will be competing. Only 12 gladiators will make it. The grand eliminations for the 2026 Calypso season. Saturday, 13 December 2025. Remember, 8 o'clock at the Factory. Come here, the funny songs, the serious songs, political songs, everything. Bring your family, bring your friends, bring your dog and come. Sponsored by Josephine Gabriel and Company Limited. Flo Dominica, Big Edge Financial.
Listen, there's no more fire in this relationship. We've officially run out of steam. These issues have been bubbling for far too long. I'm sorry, but I got burned too many times. So, I'm moving on to a hot new stove from Quartz. I met him online, and he doesn't mind doing all the cooking.
Say goodbye to your old appliances and hello to new ones from Quartz.
No, it's not my fault. Don't try to gaslight me.
Quartz, bringing Christmas home.
In the Caribbean, flash floods are common, making it essential for communities to develop strong emergency plans. Vulnerable groups like persons living with disabilities are often left unprotected during these events. To prevent this, both citizens and policymakers must prioritize climate mitigation and adaptation efforts to ensure the safety of all, especially the most at risk. Prête-moi tes oreilles. Let's all unite, ensuring that no one gets left behind in times of disaster. Be proactive and do the right thing.
It's always a great deal at LA Jubilee Hardware Store. A wide variety of wood and metal curtain rods at amazing prices. So many patterns for your home and business decor needs. We have roofing, concrete, and wood screws of all lengths, nails by pound and bulk, hand and power tools, paint and paint accessories, all types of silicones, door locks, and hinges, shop or decorative mirrors and housewares, cutlasses and garden tools, ladders, wheelbarrows, kitchenware, pots and pans, and kitchen appliances, durable ironing boards, clothes dryers, toilets, face basins, kitchen sinks, bathroom faucets, and so much more hardware items. At LA Jubilee Hardware Store, you get special discounts when you send over $29. What are you waiting for? Come home to quality at LA Jubilee Hardware.
This is Boxing Day, December 26th. For the first time in Dominica, at Simmons Valley Country Club is having a super massive music Christmas song clash between the electrifying Zulu You Love against the super unstoppable, memorable oldie goldie hits of yesteryear. At Simmons Valley Country Club in the north of Dominica, December 26th. Don't you miss it. Everyone will be there. Only 10 easy dollars. Don't you miss it. All roads lead to Simmons Valley Country Club, December 26th. Don't you miss it.
This Christmas, Flow is making the season merrier when you add postpaid to internet. Unwrap a new smartphone for only $10. Plus, we're giving you 35% off your mobile bill and win even more goodies with our Spin the Wheel Christmas promotion. This Christmas, the rewards are on us. Add postpaid to your internet plan today in-store or visit discoverflow.co for more info. Terms and conditions apply. Flow, we keep your Christmas rhythm flowing.
Creole collaboration with title partners TBS Radio, begin to Financial Express, the Dominican Lotteries Commission, Going Global Entertainment, and the Sandman present the 2025 Dominican Music Awards, Saturday, January 3rd, 2026 at the Intercontinental Hotel, 6 p.m. The Royal Red Carpet entrance. Other partners include the Simon Canislim Artist of the Year, Texia New Artist of the Year, ACS New India Showers, Calypso Artist of the Year, Nature Island Press Production, Gospel Artist of the Year, Josephine Gabriel and Company Limited, Band of the Year, Do It Center, Social Media Influencer of the Year, the Republic Bank, Photographer of the Year, Q95 FM, Platinum Partner, honorary supporters, Rainbow Hill Villa, and then Sarah, Rovina, Lori Lee, Edwin Taylor, and more. Be part of the greatest national celebration of Dominican artistry, heritage, and the strength of our creative economy as we honor excellence across all genres and recognize the cultural contributions of our artists, musicians, and musical technocrats. Support the Creole Headbeat in the 2025 Dominican Music Awards by joining our esteemed partners list and contact us at 616-3457 or creoleheadbeat@gmail.com. The 2025 Dominican Music Awards, January 3, 2026, Intercontinental Hotel. Together, we can create a world-class award celebration that inspires pride, empowers creatives, showcases the beauty of our culture, and reinforces Dominica's cultural identity and creative economy. Bring your cooler. Bring your cooler. Bring breakfast for your chestnut. For your chestnut. If you number one all over. Number one. Make ready in Dominica. Right here. Believe in life.
should have a baby in your hand. When you come in the van, you should have a baby in your hand. What we drinking? The baby nice, 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 the baby nice. BB Spice Rum. It's more than just a rum.
BB Spice Rum, distributed by Belfast Estate.
Real deals, real fun. Tickets are turning it up. Christmas has begun. Get your plan, get your price. Everything nice. Smart TVs, smartphones, a smart device. Who want a ham and turkey? Who want a smart device? Who want a bill pay? Who will digital me? Real connections, real rewards. Every week more gifts in store. Real connections. Real rewards, and turkey, and so much more.
If you know quality, then you must know the manufacturers of Dominica's finest rums. Belfast Estate Limited, over 80 years leading the industry with exceptional standards and formidable customer service. We present the manufacturers of BB Rum, Soca Rum, Red Cap Rum, Cask Rum, and the signature Belfast Estate Rum Punch. With island-wide distribution daily, Belfast Estate Limited has cemented its mark as the distributor of choice for products like Eldorado range of rums and creams, Kubali Bear, Corona Bear, Guinness, Root Boy drink, and of course, Sunblast juices, Topper snacks, Vitamalt, and Pine Hill juices. Call the office at 440-7032 or visit the distribution outlet at Jimmy Dominica. Follow on Facebook or Instagram at Belfast Estate. Belfast Estate Limited, your leading manufacturer and distributor of rums in Dominica.
Are you ready? Are you ready to talk about how we can help the vulnerable members of society, our children, the elderly, and differently able? Are you interested in small business, education, job creation, and the environment? Then it sounds like you're ready. You're ready for Let's Talk Progress, a new uplifting show on Q95 every Saturday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Hosted by United Progressive Party. Together for progress.
Today I never give before, it's not in my blood.
Tune in every morning for The Hot Seat on Q95. The latest happening event, breaking stories, and behind-the-scenes in-depth investigative reports. Stay on for more fair and balanced talk on The Hot Seat on Q95. The big station.
All right, this weekend will prove to be a very interesting weekend. A big delegates conference taking place on Sunday. From what I know so far, and of course you know as well, there are two persons in the ring for leadership of the United Workers' Party. I heard Mr. Thompson Fountain saying, or speaking to his biggest achievement for the past 3 years since he became leader of the United Workers' Party. His connection with the people. Let's listen to Thompson Fountain. Thompson Fountain.
The thing in all of these visits, in all of this travel and everything else, and the 10 pillars and so on, probably the thing that I am most proud of is the fact that as a party, we have started a conversation with the Dominican public. You know, we are doing it in a way that's a bit different, probably from previous times. We are not doing it the Langon public meeting style necessarily. We are doing it through the town halls. We are doing it through the home visits, and people are very responsive. And that to me is probably what I am the most proud of. They welcome us into their homes, and we sit with them, and we talk to them. That is that's one of the things that I am most proud of. If I'm looking back at my 3 years of leadership, that conversation that we've started with the Dominican public and the trust that they're beginning to place in the United Workers' Party. I believe we are setting the foundation absolutely for a great victory.
And we heard his challenger. I don't know if anybody else will be nominated from the floor. Earlier this week, Pastor Randy Rodney.
I give myself for service in that regard. And I look forward to working with every one of you for the good of the lovely Commonwealth of Dominica. I look forward to the delegates conference next Sunday. And I am hopeful that the people of Dominica, the delegates of the United Workers' Party, will think again and elect leadership with a servant heart, with a compassion, and with a burden for people and not for self.
The one saying, I have served the people, and the other saying, I'm promising to serve. On the line with me just for a few minutes this morning to set the tone is the Public Relations Officer of the United Workers' Party, Mr. Glenroy Soso Coffee. How are you doing this morning, sir?
Yes. Good morning to Matt, and good morning to your many listeners across the globe. It's a pleasure to be with you this morning. Earlier on.
Go ahead.
Yeah, just earlier on, I heard you play a song by Lucky Dubby, and, you know, in one of the songs, he said, look, you know, there is no truth when it relates to politicians. My point is, there is truth. I have a different view, and I think there is truth in the world, but from time to time, Matt, you understand that politicians do twist the truth to suit their agenda. That's probably resulted in a divisive or combative manner by which the people take it and even make certain assumptions and opinions, causing it to go into further chaos. So there is truth, but we, from time to time, some of us twist the truth to suit our agenda.
But
let
me ask you a question. Are you set for this delegates conference on Sunday?
Well, certainly we are set. The venue, as we speak, is on the preparation, and the delegates are in high spirit. As you know, it's an annual event, as stipulated by our constitution, and many of us participate. You know, we have 21 constituencies, and we have delegates from each of the constituencies based on the size. So you not have equal delegates, but based on the size of the polling districts of the various constituencies. We will have delegates coming from there. We'll gather in one spot. We'll talk about the business aspect of our party. And what really is happening at this conference is that normally what you have is the past executive giving a report of their stewardship of what has transpired throughout the year. So that is really the primary thing of it. And we'll talk about certain other areas. And then of course, if it comes that we have to vote, we'll vote. But obviously, nominations, normally you have a nominations committee prior to we gathering as delegates who is mandated by the National Executive Committee to actually have a meeting with the various constituencies and to have recommendations submitted to the General Secretary of the party. And therefore that report now, will have to be, unfolded. This report must be told to the delegates by the chairman of the nominations committee. And so he, the chairman, he or she, with the chairperson, will actually send the report. And if the person feels that we go into voting mode, then nominations can come from the floor. As usual, this has happened for many years, and anything can happen at that point.
But set the agenda for us, if you will, in terms of the selection of the delegates. How was that process? How does it work?
Well, selection of the delegates, yes. Actually, let's take, for instance, in Roseau Central, right? You've got 7 polling districts. So therefore, you have 1 delegate from each polling district to include, persons who have served as the secretary, including the chairperson and the youth, and there's also the women arm. So technically, Roseau Central would be coming up with about 11 delegates. That would be applicable to other areas. If you have an area where you have 4 districts, 4% will be selected and additional 4 each. So that's how it goes. But, from time to time, you have delegates who probably have participated in previous years, and some people move on. So from time to time, the constituency association, chairperson and the caretaker would sit and they would, actually derive the delegates based on a spread of the constituency. And so that's how it has been happening for many years. And we are used to that. We are a 48-year-old party. We've had many delegates conference. And if we have to speak, we have had, I don't think we've held some, I don't remember the years, but I don't think we have missed 5 or 6, in delegates conference. But I think 2015 when we had Storm Erica, I think I was in Antigua at that time, and I know at that time we postponed our delegates conference. And some other years I cannot remember, but for a 48-year-old party, I think we've had more than 80% of this being executed as prescribed by our constitution. So it's something that we are used to, and it's not something new. So we are actually perfecting the system as we go forward.
Do you I just want to, let's rewind the tape a bit. Before, what's the mood, the political mood in your party at this time, the United Workers Party? We have heard many reports about it it's divided within. What can you tell us as the public relations officer?
Oh, well, take for instance, the public is of the perception that probably we are divided and we need to put our act together. That I will say that we need to put our act together because the public, by and large, relies on us for leadership, and we need to actually show that we are above board and to put our differences aside and to work with the common interest to represent the people of Dominica. The point is, Matt, if you cannot show that you are united as a team ready to lead, then I think that in itself could be a barrier going forward. But I must say, though, that our team is in high spirit. I think, yes, from time to time you will have difference of opinion, and that, to me, we can curb. I just want to echo the call that there are things that are for public consumption, and there are things that are not for public consumption. And so we must be good in our judgment when we go forward with information, that we have to weigh and measure the consequences or repercussions. It could be negative or positive. And so even things that we can deal with internally, we need to deal with internally as opposed to getting it into the public domain. And so we must be mindful that when we say things that, it can have devastating effects. And, from time to time, we sort of can be a little bit stubborn, but I think, lessons learned going forward is that we must be more mindful and more vigilant and more meticulous in the way that we articulate our issues and to manage it, because it can give the public a bad taste, with respect to how we move forward.
And again, but you will say that you're working with a united party at this time.
Well, yes, and it has been, you have elements, that from time to time in any organization that will have different views, and that can be deemed as friction. But there's nothing too great to solve. I think we as big men and women, we are good enough, mature enough, trained to know that we can actually put our differences aside and to put one public face. And, the whole question of unity and togetherness is what the public would like to see. And so we must at least put up a united front. But let me just say, though, notwithstanding this, I must give commendation to our political leader, Dr. Thompson Fontaine, world-renowned economist. And I make no excuse for that, because when you look at Dr. Thompson Fontaine, who has done so much work in various jurisdictions, you cannot tell me that big countries with millions of persons are asking this Dominican person who is well trained, who is well accustomed to policy decision, even from at the IMF level, to get to their economies back on stream, and for us to believe that we can reject a man of such caliber. I think we should embrace our people. Do not talk about people when they are dead. This is a foregone conclusion. We must be able to point at things that people do in a positive way and to articulate it and to talk about it. I, for one, as a proud Dominican, I'm very proud of Dr. Thompson's contribution overseas. And know that he could be anywhere in the world. As we speak, Dr. Thompson doesn't have to be in any of this. He could be anywhere in the world. He's an international public servant. And he has done his best internationally to have economies around the world restored to the best of their ability. Obviously, the prevailing environment worldwide will cause us to go down. So sometimes when you do work, your work can be recognized for a few years. And then sometimes just the way the environment is so dynamic, you can get things changed. But don't believe that he did not contribute. For instance, right now the Caribbean, St. Kitts, for instance, a number of Dominicans are now benefiting from his work and other person's work. And you have not heard any of the St. Kitts officials denounce that, Dr. Thompson has not helped them. And so we must be more positive and I believe at this point in time, the party needs someone at the helm of Dr. Thompson Fontaine to continue the good work. I mean, no doubt Dr. Thompson Fontaine must face an election. That is how you're going to test whether or not his popularity and his work will be done in getting him elected with his team of persons to lead the country. And by the way, all is welcome. I mean, all and sundry is welcome. Our party is a party of inclusion. We have talked about having other persons. We do welcome Dr. Rodney, and Pastor Rodney. With all this is going on, and when the dust is settled, what is more important to do this is to have everyone work together. We cannot be a divisive unit going forward, a divisive organization to say we don't want this person or we like this person. Whether you like or for or against that person, when the dust is settled with your business, we are to govern the whole country. We must show that we are ready to govern this country because people depend on us. And so we have to accept, the results of our delegates conference and the results of our internal election, and let us move forward to fortifying our strength to continue to share our plans for the people and to continue to ensure that we get into government to have that shared prosperity of our 10 pillars go ahead. You have seen that we are leading the narrative, and even the government now is piggybacking on what we have been saying. Dr. Thompson Fontaine proposed a $12 increase in the national wage, and here it is that the government hustle and bustle to put a 9 even below of what people are paying already. So again, the government is on the back foot, and we must understand that this 10-pillar plan that was brought forward by the political leader of the United Workers' Party, Tim Dominica, is something that we can look at, something that we can ameliorate on, and something that we can actually sort of improve as we go with respect to the prevailing environment or the prevailing environment. Or as we said, it's a dynamic world, and you have to adjust as you go forward. So it's a work in progress, and we can do it. We can do it, Doc. I'm mad. It is up to us to do it.
So 2 questions to you so quickly there, because somebody's asking, maybe they missed that. How does one select a delegate from a particular polling district? How does one?
Well, as I said,
I think you answered the question, but go ahead again.
Yes, I answered just for clarity and for clarification, and for those who are listening, for the listening digest of the public. I believe it is important that we understand the delegates are selected based on the size of the constituency. And I give an example. In Roseau Center, for instance, we have 7 polling districts. 7 polling districts mean that you have 1 delegate of each polling district, being represented, in addition to the youth organization in that district, in addition to the women to the women activity or organization in that district, the chairman and the secretary. So it means that 7 polling districts, 7 delegates plus 4 would give us 11. So if now another area has 4 polling areas, it would be 4 plus the 4 other areas I spoke about, that would be 8. So it just depends on the size of the constituency and the polling districts in that context. So that's how it is distributed with respect to this election.
Let me just ask you my final question. If that Pastor Rodney emerges as the leader there on Sunday, would you and the rest of the team be willing to work with him and move forward?
Well, I can speak for myself. I've had that history where I've supported every leader of this United Workers' Party. It is not my business to determine who wins or who doesn't win. It is my business after the results have been tallied and we have a declared executive. It is to work with everyone, and I will support any leader going forward. And I believe that everyone again is asked to do so. I mean, you have to, there are rules, in things. I mean, we are human, and human nature always sort of take precedence sometimes over. Our emotions sometimes take over the real sense of what is happening. And so too, we have to be sober. We have to realize that we have to do some sort of introspection and see, look, it's a process, and we have to believe the results of the process. And so I'm just asking everyone to be calm. And our name, United Workers' Party. So whatever the result, we expect to work forward. But I will say too, if people are bent on making mischief and to present themselves just to continue to be a stumbling block in any organization, I would urge them to not contest. If the objective is to contest, get a position, and then to be a spoke in the wheel of progress, I think that is unethical, and we should actually be mindful about that. Notwithstanding, we have to understand that once the process has taken place and we have a final result, well, that's where we're going with it. So we understand that we are not doing that for ourselves. We are a political organization. We are under scrutiny. The public is looking forward for us to put our best foot forward. And that's what we should be doing. If the public is of the view that we are united in purpose to take over the reins of the government, and to actually put policies in place, they will not. So we must trust ourselves for the public to trust us. But one thing I will tell the public too, we have been doing a lot for the 30 years as an organization. For 24 years we have been in the doldrums, and we have not given up on the public. We are just asking the public to help us to help you. So you must help us to help you. So when we call you out in anything to make it happen, you want in large numbers to show that we are actually defending the purpose of our democracy, and to understand that we are the vanguards of our problems. No one will bring it to the government to like for you, but we are always the ones to bring out the real news and to continue to educate. So we are asking for your support. So it's a two-way street, a two-way lane. It is not one toxicity over the other, but it's two people or two sides working harmoniously. And let me just say, Matt, just in conclusion, when a house is being constructed, you have what multi-skill put together. You have the plumbers, you have the electrician, you have the contractor, you have those who pull those that do the tiling, the cement, and so. And when that house comes out, it is a nice, beautiful house. But what happened is that this house didn't just come about by one person. You had multi-skill sets into the building and construction of this house. So too in an organization, you will not have every person, one person with all the attributes you want to move forward. So as a team, that leader lacks something. It is a team to make it up. So we must actually have that house construction model where we come together as a team and to actually lend our expertise for development. So the point is, no one person will possess all of the skills that is required to go forward. And so that is why teamwork is important. That is why unity is important. That is why we must restore confidence and inspire hope in people moving forward, Matt. And I'm confident after Sunday's delegate election, like we have done for so many other years, we will move forward in unity, harmony, and the worst and the best of it is to work in the interest of the people of Dominica, so that we have a better Dominica where we will actually have a better quality of life, and where shared prosperity will be the order of the day.
Enright Social Coffee, thank you so much. Thank you for setting of course, the mood and agenda for the delegates conference this Sunday. Stick around. Let's listen again to both of the candidates participating in this week's delegates conference.
But we think in all of these visits, in all of this travel and everything else, and the 10 pillars and so on, probably the thing that I am most proud of is the fact that as a party, we have started a conversation with the Dominican public. You know, we are doing it in a way that's a bit different, probably from previous times. We are not doing it the Langon public meeting style necessarily. We are doing it through the tours. We are doing it through the home visits, and people are very responsive. And that to me is probably what I am the most proud of. They welcome us into their homes, you know. I mean, we go to Labour Party people's homes and we sit with them and we talk to them. That is probably that's one of the things I am most proud of. If I'm looking back at my 3 years of leadership, that conversation that we've started with the Dominican public and the trust that they're beginning to place in the United Workers' Party. I believe we are setting the foundation absolutely for great victory.
All right, let's take one call and then we'll go to our friends here from Jolly's Market. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Hey, my morning.
My brother, how are you doing?
Congratulations to Glenroy Social Coffee for doing what he just did there this morning. You asked the man one question in 3 different ways, and he gave you a comprehensive response there. Well articulated, and really and truly, nobody could have done that better but the PRO. And I telling you, I would say kudos to him. Mark, what I think I want to put to the Dominican people on, even workers, supporters, is this ego, the egos. Let go the egos. That's going to happen. Just letting go of the ego. Don't bring all this ego in this thing and for you to have all this division and it's coming from one set of people and you're blaming the whole party and saying the party is this and the party is that. That's not about party. That's not people in their own self-interest.
I don't know what just happened to you, my brother, but you'll get a chance maybe later to ask the very question. We're going to take one final call and we'll, of course, move forward. 9:41 and our next up, Jolly's Market. Hello.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning to you. How are you? How are you?
All right, there with the flu knocking me down, but I'm alive.
Take it easy.
Yes, I know. I heard Dr. Fontaine say that he is doing home-to-home visits. Home-to-home visits for me is very important. But I like to hear the talk by Lago or by the bridge and other places because not one person has visited me at my home. Number 2, I really not voting because I did not get justice for my child. So my motto to this election, no justice, no vote. But I have other people now who are not voting. So I don't see nobody coming here. Everybody telling me on the road, they don't hear nothing at Lago. They don't hear nothing just by the thing. And I love it because then you can see people and hear what they going to home. Nobody ever coming up to now. When is the election? We don't know. So I don't know what they're saying about they're going home to home. Or we better make a big meeting for people to come out and hear what all they say. I don't hate Thompson Fountain, but they are things. Don't just trust it in people and we don't accustomed with that. We are accustomed to hear that, blah, 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 and then everybody agree or you don't agree. But it is better. Even if 2 public meetings should already make. I don't want to tell them you go home to home. Nobody will come by me. I am a grieving mother with 1 child, 2 children, well, 1 died in my stomach. 1 died on the road like a dog. It is alleged everybody was failed, and I don't get no justice. So for no justice, no vote. And nobody even party to listen to me. Man, I am suffering. Dominic got ready yet.
All right, Nurse, all right. We have a stop coming up there. Of course, you heard Nurse, no justice, no vote. Well, you have to, of course, consider what she's going through and for many years. Let's take a break. We'll come back with Charlie's Pharmacy.
Called Johnny's Pharmacy, the Royal Herb Blend Oil of Ojas. It's like a miracle in a bottle. Fast-acting, healing, soothing, restoring dry, irritated, uncomfortable skin, varicose veins, joint pain relief, lung decongestion, fights inflammation. Use Oil of Ojas to massage the aching, tired muscles. These secret blended herbs has a soothing, mentholated calming effect, reducing anxiety, boosting your vitality and your immunity. Induces deep, rejuvenating sleep. Oil of Ojas. Bon remède pour la peau chivée, inflammation, épaules, genoux, guapcha. Cultivez wings, sous tapis bless. Spleen, hair, passé, boldiness. Oil of Ojas. Proudly manufactured by Johnny's Pharmacy. Trusted by families all over the world. And available on Amazon.
I had been patients to call it sick, but I end up in Jolly's Pharmacy. And don't in the street, Jolly's fix up my immune system. Not me feeling fit and strong. I take the work I pick on any mission. If you see me again, Jolly's Pharmacy is number one, Jolly's forget. We cater for everyone, Jolly's forget. Boost up your immune system, Jolly's forget. Yo, Dominic is the boy part of box. Whenever I'm in town and I'm feeling down, I head to Jolly's Pharmacy, then boost me up real quick. Jolly's Pharmacy, leading the way in healthcare.
Oh, and if the same convenience make a big difference, then you can trust me. I know just where you should be. That is JP Mega, 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 Mega. The one-stop shopping, nigga. You could be shopping and having fun. If you're not happy, feel so sharp. It's to everyone. What a happy place, happy place. Oh, JP Mega, 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 Mega. The one-stop shopping, nigga. You could be shopping and having fun. If I have it's to everyone. What a happy place, happy place. Oh, what a happy place. But just fix some more any item and you automatically qualify for discounts. Check us out at the Mega Store in Fongolia where there's lots of parking on Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. On Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. JP Mega, the best family shopping experience.
Real Ojas. Called Johnny's Pharmacy, the Royal Herb Blend Oil of Ojas. It's like a miracle in a bottle. Fast-acting, healing, soothing, restoring dry, irritated, uncomfortable skin, varicose veins, joint pain relief, lung decongestion, fights inflammation. Use Oil of Ojas to massage the aching, tired muscles. These secret blended herbs has a soothing, mentholated calming effect, reducing anxiety, boosting your vitality and your immunity. Induces deep, rejuvenating sleep. Oil of Ojas. Bon remède pour la peau chivée, inflammation, épaules, genoux, guapcha. Cultivez wings, sous tapis bless. Spleen, hair, passé, boldiness. Oil of Ojas. Proudly manufactured by Johnny's Pharmacy. Trusted by families all over the world. And available on Amazon.
Let's say good morning to Miss Joseph from Jolly's Pharmacy. How you doing?
Good morning. Good morning.
Good,
I'm well.
yes.
How are you, Matt?
Good.
Lovely. And good morning, Dominica, our many listeners. And welcome to another edition of Jolly's Market, where we keep you informed on what's new, what's important, and what supports your health and wellness journey. As always, Jolly's Pharmacy is committed to bringing you credible information from trusted voices because your well-being is our top priority. So today, we want to bring a recap to this week's Health Vibes episode, which is, of course, airing on Q95. And this episode may resonate deeply with many listeners across the island as we focused on mental health during the holiday seasons, an important topic, especially as the year comes to an end. We had guests who explored how December can bring joy, but also emotional strain, particularly for those facing two major categories of challenges. And that was one, not achieving personal goals or resolutions. And that can create a feeling of disappointment, pressure, or self-criticism. Or two, coping with the loss of a loved one. Right. And so that is where annual traditions, gatherings, and festive routines become reminders of someone who is no longer here. So with these experiences, it can make the season unexpectedly heavy. And the discussion emphasizes a powerful truth, which is there is no health without mental health. And so we were honored to be joined by Odelia Thomas, who is a psychologist from St. Vincent and the Grenadines and a counselor with the Gender Affairs Division. And she's also a strong advocate for women's health. Odelia shed light on how unspoken emotional burdens build up during the holidays and encourage listeners to acknowledge their feelings, practice self compassion, and seek support when needed. She highlighted the importance of understanding our emotional triggers and creating space to process them rather than suppress them. We also had an additional guest, and that was Antonia Yankee. And she is a guidance counselor with the Ministry of Education who supports schools from Kulibishri to Marigot. And she had a special focus on grief counseling. So Antonia was able to provide insight on how grief presents differently during the holidays and reminded listeners that children and young people also experience seasonal emotional stress, especially after the loss of a family member or a friend. She emphasized that the holidays can magnify feelings of absence, and it's important to create supportive environments at home and at school. Both guests discuss how to recognize when someone may be dealing with mental health challenges. And here are a few key notes that they had given us, a few key signs, and that is withdrawal from family, friends, or social activities, noticeable changes in appetite or sleep patterns, irritability, restlessness, and unusual mood swings, difficulty concentrating or completing routine tasks, expressing feelings of hopelessness or being overwhelmed, loss of interest in things they usually enjoy, increased fatigue or lack of motivation, persistent sadness that does not improve, and behavioral changes such as increased alcohol use or risky habits, right? So these are the signs that we should be looking for in our loved ones. And if we do see any signs like this, let us try to reach out to them with empathy, listen without judgment, and of course, guide them towards professional help when needed. So this holiday season, remember that it's okay to slow down and ask for help. Take care of your mental health, okay? Whether you're navigating loss, unmet expectations, or seasonal overwhelmed feelings, support is available. And so, as we reflect on today's recap, it's clear that the holiday season can bring mixed emotions, whether that is joy and anticipation, or, as we had mentioned, some feelings of sadness. So, it is a priority of ours to ensure that we are focusing on our mental health and our well being as a whole, and understanding the signs of what it looks like when someone is struggling, and always to treat each other with kindness, right, during this busy season. So I'd also like to move on to our product of the week, which also will help us with our mental health. They are mental health based products. But before so, let's take a short break.
All right, let's do that. Of course, this is Jolly's Stop, Jolly's Market.
Yes.
On a Friday. Stick around.
Feeling mistakes. I had temptations to call in sick, but I end up in Jolly's pharmacy. And don't in the street, I listen some my immune system. Me feeling fit and strong now. I'm ready to work and pick on any mission. If you see me forget, Jolly's pharmacy is number one. Jolly's forget. We can't talk about everyone. Jolly's forget. Inside the immune system, Jolly's forget. Yo, Dominic, it's about Father Box. Whenever I'm in town and I'm feeling down, I head to Johnny's Pharmacy. They boost me up real quick. Johnny's Pharmacy, leading the way in healthcare.
Oh, and if they say convenience will make a big difference, then you can trust me. I know just where you should be. That is JP Mega, 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 Mega. Don't want stop shopping, no, nigga. You could be shopping and having fun. Shop with your daughter, with your social. It's to everyone. What a happy place, happy place. Oh, JP Mega, 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 Mega. Don't want stop shopping, no, nigga. You could be shopping and having fun. Shop with your partner, it's to everyone. What a happy place, happy place. Oh, what a happy place. But just take some more any item and you automatically qualify for discounts. Check us out at the Mega Store in Fonbole, where there's lots of parking on Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. On Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. JP Mega, the best family shopping experience.
It will mean Oja. So the Johnny's Pharmacy, the Royal Herb Blend Oil of Ojas is like a miracle in a bottle. Fast-acting, healing, soothing, restoring dry, irritated, uncomfortable skin, varicose veins, joint pain relief, lung decongestion, fights inflammation. Use Oil of Ojas to massage the aching, tired muscles. These secret blended herbs has a soothing, mentholated calming effect, reducing anxiety, boosting your vitality and your immunity. Induces deep, rejuvenating sleep. Oil of Ojas. Bon oui, mais pour la peau chivée, inflammation, épaules, genoux, guapcha, petit wing, sous tapis bless, spleen, mais passé pour dance. Oil of Ojas, proudly manufactured by Johnny's Pharmacy, trusted by families all over the world, and available on Amazon.
Back to you.
All right. And as the holiday season swings into full gear, again, we're going to be talking about our mental and emotional well being. And so that brings us to our products of the week, which are centered around supporting your mental wellness. And let's be honest, the holidays can be overwhelming between planning, shopping, hosting family events, attending events, or keeping up with work or school. The days get packed, plus the add of financial pressure, lack of sleep, or emotional triggers that can sometimes come with family gatherings. We got a recipe for mental exhaustion. So, for some, the holidays can bring up feelings of loss and grief. And so, what we can see is that some people may experience increased tension or irritability, trouble sleeping, feeling drained, and difficulty focusing. And you are not alone. So, that is why our products are focusing on these things to help you manage stress and support your nervous system. So, starting off with our first product is the Floridex Neurobalance Ashwagandha Liquid Formula. And this is a gentle herbal-based liquid designed to help your body regulate stress more effectively. And it contains ashwagandha, which is a powerful adaptogen, helping your body adapt to stress. It also contains passion flower, which supports relaxation and mental calm. Lavender and lemon balm, which is known for their soothing effects on the nervous system. And this product retails for $84.95. And what makes the NeuroBalance special is that it's liquid, meaning that it's easy to absorb into your system and gentle on your stomach. And it's great for persons who are feeling wired or overwhelmed, having trouble winding down at night, experiencing emotional up and downs, dealing with racing thoughts during the stressful period, or just need a natural, non-sedating support, right? So during the holidays, when your mind is going a mile a minute, this formula can help you bring everything back into balance, helping you stay centered, grounded, and calm. Our second product of the week is the Mason Natural Stress B Complex, another essential if you're feeling run down. Of course, vitamin Bs are directly linked to how your body processes stress. So whenever you're overwhelmed, your body burns through these vitamins faster, which means you can be left feeling fatigued, foggy, or irritable. Right? So, this Stress B Complex formula supports energy levels, mental clarity, healthy nerve function, a strong stress response, and immune support, as it also has added vitamin C. And this product retails for $32.95. So, if you're someone who's juggling multiple responsibilities, staying up late, or feeling mentally drained, B Complex acts as a reset button, giving your body the nutrients it needs to keep up with the holiday pace. It's also a great option for people who may not get enough B vitamins through their foods, such as those who are skipping meals, eating on the go, or relying on fast food during the busy season. So, together, Floridex NeuroBalance and Mason Naturals Stress B Complex offer a powerful combination. One supports your emotional, calm, and stress adaptation, and the other boosts your energy, focus, and resilience. So, this holiday season, taking care of yourself isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. And when your mind and body feel supported, you get to enjoy the season more, connect better with loved ones, and move through the month with ease instead of feeling overwhelmed. So you can visit us today at Jolly's Pharmacy and ask about our product of the week for mental wellness. And of course, I'm going to say the names of the products again. The first one was the Floridex Neurobalance Ashwagandha Liquid Formula. And then our second product is the Mason Naturals Stress B Complex. And let's make the holiday season joyful, peaceful, and healthy, starting with you. Right? And I'd like to take another short break before we move into what's new at Jolly's Pharmacy.
This morning feeling risky. I had been patients and calling sick, but I end up in Jolly's Pharmacy. And don't you got treat, Jolly's fix up my immune system. Me feeling fit and strong, now I'm ready to work like it on any mission. If you see me again, Jolly's Pharmacy is number one, Jolly's for you. We cater for everyone, Jolly's for you. It's up the immune system, Jolly's for you. Yo, Dominica is the boy Father Box. Whenever I'm in town and I'm feeling down, I head to Jolly's Pharmacy, then boost me up real quick. Jolly's Pharmacy, leading the way in healthcare.
Oh, and if they say convenience make a big difference, then you can trust me. I know just where you should be. That is JP Mega. The one-stop shopping, Dominica, nigga. You could be shopping and having fun. Shop if you're not happy, if you're social. Get that to everyone. What a happy place. Oh, JP Mega. The one-stop shopping, Dominica, nigga. You could be shopping and having fun. Shop if you're get that to everyone. What a happy place. Oh, what a happy place. But just fix some more any item and you automatically qualify for discounts. Check us out at the Mega Store in Fongolia where there's lots of parking on Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. On Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. JP Mega, the best family shopping experience.
Real Ojaz. Hot Jolly's Pharmacy, the Royal Herb Blend Oil of Ojaz is like a miracle in a bottle. Fast-acting, healing, soothing, restoring dry, irritated, uncomfortable skin, varicose veins, joint pain relief, lung decongestion, fights inflammation. Use Oil of Ojaz to massage aching, tired muscles. These secret blended herbs has a soothing, mentholated calming effect, reducing anxiety, boosting your vitality and your immunity. Induces deep, rejuvenating sleep. Oil of Ojaz. Bon oui, mais pour la peau chivée, inflammation, épaules, genoux, guapcha, petit wing, sous tapis bless, flee, passing boldiness. Oil of Ojaz, proudly manufactured by Jolly's Pharmacy, trusted by families all over the world, and available on Amazon.
Back to you as we wrap it up.
Yes. So, as you may know, this year we have celebrated 45 years of servicing you, Dominica, our valued customers. And to say thank you in true Jolly style, we'll be rolling out a Christmas promotion that is guaranteed to make your season merry and bright. And of course, this is our 45 years, 4,500 reasons to celebrate. And of course, that is when you purchase $100 worth of products, you are now in the chance to win our grand prize of $4,500 cash. So, and you can enroll in this at any of our Jolly's Pharmacy locations, right? So that is $4,500 that you can spend either spoiling your kids, refreshing your home, handling a few bills, or kicking off January with a little cushion. Right. So again, you would simply shop at any Jolly's Pharmacy branch, spend $100 or more, and then use your receipt as your entry. You would write your name, number, and address at the back and place it at the designated boxes at each location. So that is our first promotion for the Christmas season. Of course, you can stock up on any of your household skincare, hair care, toys, products to get you to that $100 mark to participate. We also have a Jolly's DM promotion. As we know, December can get very busy. The lines get longer, the days get shorter, and somehow the list of people to shop for keeps getting bigger. So from kids to godchildren, nieces, nephews, and of course, those last minute office exchanges, we want to step in and help. So if you were to shop on our Jolly's DM portal, we have toys of all ages available there. And You can purchase those items and we will package them or wrap them for you free of charge, right? So whether it's the brain boosting educational toys or the festive favorites, you can skip traffic, skip the crowds and the hassle. No hunting for wrapping paper or late night wrapping marathons, fighting with the tape. Let us handle that. You simply shop online at Jolly's DM. You can find our toy store online, shop there, and we will wrap the toy for you. So that way, when you pick it up at either our King George or Portsmouth location, it'll already be wrapped and ready to go. So that is our promotion for Jolly's DM. And it's called Let Us Be Your Secret Santa. Of course, this is the whole goal of skipping the rush and skipping the wrapping and let us be your secret Santa. And of course, thank you to all of those who came out to Megaland last week in Portsmouth. And we'll be doing it again tomorrow at our Fonkole location, that is JP Mega. So that is tomorrow from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. There'll be more games, more holiday spirit, more Christmas magic. And it will be at our Mega location. So whether you're shopping for your favorite toys or, of course, shopping at Mega, of course, Mega offers that wholesale discount. If you were to purchase 6 or more of anything, you can get a discount at Mega. So whether you're shopping, just make sure you bring the kids along. We'll have the bouncing castles, face painting, games, and prizes available. You can also take pictures with crown images. Cairo treats will also be there, and Douglas ice cream will be available. And of course, we have our Mega Deli to offer lots of yummy treats and goods. So all of that will be on sale. So if you are looking for an activity to do this weekend, you can stop by our Mega location in Fonkole from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. to enjoy our Christmas Megaland. And thank you so much for listening. If you have any questions about what was said today, you can call us at 448-3388 or message us on Facebook or Instagram. We're also on Twitter, so feel free to follow us on Twitter and you can contact us that way. Of course, if you have any questions regarding pharmaceuticals, whether that's the price or the availability of pharmaceuticals, you can email at pharmacy@jolliesonline.com. That is the email for the pharmacy. Saying it again, pharmacy@jolliesonline.com. You can send a photo of your doctor's note, your prescription, or whether you have the name and all of that. They can get you the pricing and have it available for you. Thank you so much for listening and have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend. Thank you.
Thank you.
We can't have all of the one Jollies for you. The immune system Jollies for you. Yo, Dominica, it's about the box. Whenever I'm in town and I'm feeling down, I head to Jolly's Pharmacy. They boost me up real quick. Jolly's Pharmacy, leading the way in healthcare.
I give myself for service in that regard. And I look forward to working with every one of
Again, an appeal there to the folks there at the solid waste department. I'm looking at some rubbish piles there in the Fonkole area. Very disheartening. Please do something for the people in Fonkole. Please pick up their rubbish. It's becoming an eyesore. You know, these pictures will go all over the world. You know, it creates a bad image. So the authorities, please do something about the rubbish left there for weeks. Yeah, many health implications. So please, solid waste, if you can at this time, have the people of Fonkole pick up the rubbish. It's a very ugly sight. We're gonna open up the lines here until 10:15 when we have our friends from Belfast. So feel free to give us a call.
Woke up this morning feeling risky. I had the intentions to call in sick, but I end up in Jolly's pharmacy. And down in the street, Jolly's fix up my immune system. Got me feeling fit and strong. Now I'm ready to work and take on any mission. If you see me again, Jolly's pharmacy is number one. Jolly's for you. We cater for everyone. Jolly's for you. Fix up the immune system. Jolly's for you. Yo, Dominic, it's about the box. Whenever I'm in town and I'm feeling down, I head to Jolly's Pharmacy. They boost me up real quick. Jolly's Pharmacy, leading the way in healthcare.
Again, we just have over 5 minutes, so you better speak out and speak out quickly. Let's take a phone call. Yes, hello.
Yes, Mark, good morning to you
How you
and your
doing?
listeners.
How you doing, my brother? How you doing? Yes.
I'm not bad now, but I have to say that you have a laddie why Matt is taking in something for maybe 19 years. But Matt, that aside, Matt, I would like to, I'll be voting on Sunday, in the delegates conference. But Matt, I would also like to let the public know that I haven't seen any reason for taking Dr. Fountain out in the position that he is. I believe that Dr. Fountain has been so many places, helping so many countries, right? And why should we not let him use his expertise in Dominica? Why should we not let him use his expertise in Dominica? If we choose not to continue with Dr. Fountain until there's an election, I stress an election, right? If we do not choose to let him continue, we would have a monkey for an uncle. To have seen and heard St. Kitts, you heard that Dr. Fountain gone to South Sudan, you heard that is it Afghanistan or wherever, or called him in. But these people are not calling into their countries to come and see, as a tourist, you understand? They're calling him to come and do work that he is educated to do, right? And if we find not voting him back in and keeping him as the leader of the party for the next 5 or 10 years, Matt, we would be really in a sad state when you see election is called and we happen to put anybody else. I do not think if people figure they want to pray for Dominica, stay on this side and pray for Dominica. I heard somebody tell a caller, one of those guys, stay in their lane. But I believe the person is not in their lane. We need Dr. Fountain to do what he does for every other country, for his country. Do what you do for everybody else pay you to do something for them, and it's working well for them. Why not Dominica? Why do we have to kick him aside? We'll really have a monkey for an uncle if we do not decide to leave Dr. Fountain there. Because what's causing the division in the party and making everybody else say we're divided is the people who do not want to see Dr. Fountain come in. And they are labor rights waiting to vote for Dr. Fountain. right?
All right, caller. We'll take another call there, 449-3095-9697. Again, it's as it says, a democratic process. And let's see what happens at the end. We heard Mr. Glenroy Coffey saying he's willing to work with any body elected there on Sunday. So let's see. Let's listen to this voice note from a former minister.
Matt, I just want to express my support for Dr. Fontaine. I think he has done a good job in redirecting the party to provide hope for Dominican people. I think the Dominican people is behind him, and I fully support the leadership of Dr. Thompson Fontaine for the United Workers' Party and for moving Dominica forward. Right.
Mr. Peter Carbon, former minister with the United Workers' Party. We'll take one final phone call. Everybody seems to have their side. Let's take this call and wrap it up here this morning. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Yeah, well, you better wrap it up with me because
Yes.
I'm here to correct some things. I hear you just take a deep breath there. But Mark, listen to me, eh? Time and time again, I hear people saying things on the radio. You're not correcting them. The leaders and past leaders not correcting them. Okay? So we have this thing going now about United Workers' Party. First time they had a conference was in, what's the place? Of San Rafael. That is not true. United Workers' Party met at the Fort Young Hotel on the 31st of October 2014 to have a conference, and the title was something to do with jobs and economic growth. Dr. Fontaine was present. Joshua Francis was present. The Speaker of the House was present. Lennox Linton was there. The other thing about this, we're not doing political meetings, we're doing house to house. Do you remember in 2014, the United Workers' Party had 21 in 21, they had a bus. All the candidates went to all the homes of all the people in 21 constituencies. Stop trying to do like the Workers' Party was sleeping and then they just resurrect. That is not true. Dominicans, know your facts and know what you're saying. You can love who you want and you can do what you want for who you love, but stop trying to do like United Workers' Party have been sleeping all this time. I don't like it. That's why I don't like the politicians and the politics, I don't like when they lie and I can't take it. I just cannot take it. We don't want scared because we're lying, but we want everybody else, even if they're lying. Have a good day. Goodbye.
Have a good day. On that note, of course, we move to our friends there from Belfast. I guess it's going to be prove to be a very interesting delegates conference there on Sunday. Coming back.
If you know quality, then you must know the manufacturers of Dominica's finest rums. Belfast Estate Limited, over 80 years leading the industry with exceptional standards and formidable customer service. We present the manufacturers of BB Rum, Soca Rum, Red Cap Rum, Cask Rum, and the signature Belfast Estate Rum Punch. With island-wide distribution daily, Belfast Estate Limited has cemented its mark as the distributor of choice for products like Eldorado range of rums and creams, Kubali Bear, Corona Bear, Guinness, Root Boy drink, and of course the Sunblast juices, Topper Snacks, Vitamalt, and Pine Hill juices. Call the office at 440-7032 or visit the distribution outlet at Jimmy Dominica. Follow on Facebook or Instagram at Belfast Estate. Belfast Estate Limited, your leading manufacturer and distributor of rums in Dominica.
Nunca te dei pouco, selma kubule, pafe angi encore. Bacalate, 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 si yo no me kubule. Bacalate, 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 si yo no me kubule. Bacalate, 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 no me kubule. Bacalate, 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 nunca me kubule. Drink responsibly. Bring your cooler. Bring your cooler. Bring your cooler. Bossa Chista. Bossa Chista. Number one. Number one. Make ready in Dominica. Right here. Be nice. Be nice. Be nice. Be nice.
should have a baby in your hand. When you come in the van, you should have a baby in your hand. What we drinking? The baby style. The baby nice. The baby nice. The baby style. The baby nice. The baby nice. The baby style. The baby nice. The baby style. The baby nice. The baby nice. BB Spice Rum. It's more than just a rum.
BB Spice Rum, distributed by Belfast Estate.
I wanna drink Dominica best rum with you. I wanna drink Dominica best rum with you. Get the body, drink it every day. Give me energy. Alright, pepper way. Get the body, drink it every day. Give me energy. Time today we went. Okay, my body, my knee, who's ready, full energy. My body, my knee, who's ready, full energy. Okay, boom. Distributed by Belfast Estate Limited. Drink it, but don't abuse it. Okay, boom.
Let's say good morning to our Belfast representative this morning. Another Friday. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Hanging in there, hanging in there.
Okay, that's good.
So what's up for Belfast this morning?
Welcome to another episode of Belfast in 30. This is the only show where we sip, we lime, and we bring the vibes straight from Belfast Estate. Your home for good drinks, good deals, good energy every single week. Now listen, Belfast is out and about today. We have a woo wine sampling at ACS downtown. You can taste the red, the white, and the rosé. We'll be there from 12 to 1 p.m. giving you all the flavors and all the fun. And if you miss out on that, we have an Eldorado rum cream sampling at Whitchurch IGA in town from 1 to 2. So if you miss out on the ACS wine sampling, you can always find us at Whitchurch IGA in town from 1 to 2. So either way, Belfast will be there in the heart of town today. Just pull up, take a sip, and enjoy the vibes. So let's take a short break, and we'll be right back.
Cause where did you come from? Where did you come from, baby? Where did you? Where did you come from, baby? Where did you? Bring your cooler, bring your cooler, bring your breakfast for your chicken. For your chicken, be room number one all over. Number one, make ready in Dominica. Right here, baby, baby, nice, baby, when you come in the jam, you should have a baby in your hand. When you come in the van, you should have a baby in your hand. What we drinking? The baby style. The baby nice. The baby nice. The baby style. The baby nice. The baby nice. The baby style. The baby nice. The baby style. The baby nice. The baby nice. BB Spice Rum. It's more than just a rum.
BB Spice Rum, distributed by Belfast Estate.
I wanna drink Dominica best rum with you. I wanna drink Dominica best rum with you. Get the body, drink it every day. Give me energy. Alright, pepper way. Get the body, drink it every day. Give me energy. Time today we went. Okay, my body, my knee, who's ready, full energy. My body, my knee, who's ready, full energy. Okay, boom. Distributed by Belfast Estate Limited. Drink it, but don't abuse it. Okay, boom.
If you know quality, then you must. Limited, over 80 years leading the industry with exceptional standards and formidable customer service. We present the manufacturers of BB Rum, Soca Rum, Red Cap Rum, Cask Rum, and the signature Belfast Estate Rum Punch. With island-wide distribution daily, Belfast Estate Limited has cemented its mark as the distributor of choice for products like Eldorado range of rums and creams, Kubali Bale, Corona Bear, Guinness, Root Boy Drink, and of course, Sunblast Juices, Topper Snacks, Vitamalt, and Pine Hill Juices. Call the office at 440-7032 or visit the distribution outlet at Jimmy Dominica. Follow on Facebook or Instagram at Belfast Estate. Belfast Estate Limited, your leading manufacturer and distributor of rums in Dominica.
They're smooth.
And then there's Guinness Smooth.
It's a brand new cool.
Incredibly smooth.
Perfectly balanced.
For a smooth and refreshing taste.
So how smooth? Well smooth. Guinness smooth.
For a smooth and refreshing taste. New Guinness Smooth. Must be 18 years or older. Drink responsibly. Socialize responsibly.
Locally distributed by Belfast Estate Limited.
Vinho kubule, sesa nunca bue. Vinho kubule, sesa munde bue. Hele kubule, nunca chede fo. Sema kubule, pave angi anko. Bacalache, bacalache, bacalache. Tio no bebe kubule. Bacalache, bacalache, bacalache. Tio no bebe kubule. Bacalache, bacalache, bacalache. No bebe kubule. Bacalache, bacalache, bacalache. No bebe kubule. Drink responsibly.
Baby, I don't know if it's send you.
Back to you.
Okay, so now it's Christmas time, but before we go on to the Christmas bundles, I want to get a few calls to ask a question on what rum do the people use to soak their fruits and what they want to see us give them.
I suspect the Belfast crew wants to know, what is the Belfast rum, a product that you use to soak your fruits? That's it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you have an answer to this, please, I suspect they want to give you some gifts there or some packages. So please, if you say whatever rum, what type of rum you use to soak your fruits, or your favorite rum to soak your fruits, give us a call. And again, the numbers are 449-3095, 449-3096, 449-3097. I think we have a call on the line. Hello, are you there, caller?
Yeah, I do, but I hope it's not send you, man.
What kind of rum you use to soak your fruits?
Everybody's supposed to know it's cast rum.
Cast rum? No, we're talking about yes, yeah, okay.
I just want to know, we just want to do a quick little survey and we want to know what the customers want to see Belfast give back.
So this is a guy that will tell you, what do you think Belfast should give back?
Well, Belfast should have give back a BB package to me because my name didn't know it, and every week I don't there buying because I just sell my little drinks and things.
Okay.
I appreciate the package and I appreciate Belfast. People like Dari, people like what is it, the Book and them, they know me from my rich there, old poor. You understand?
Oh.
So I need something from Belfast because every Friday I don't there. So I can save $50.
And what is your name?
What's your name?
Alistair Irish, that is my name.
Alistair Irish.
Okay.
Popular guy, popular guy. Alistair, I hope you get your Christmas. All right.
Okay, so what? So I win something?
Well, you never know. They'll give you a call.
Well, give her my number, man.
All right, we'll give her your number. Okay. Take care.
Okay,
bye-bye. What is the rum that you use to soak your fruits? That's the question this morning.
Where did you come from? Where did you come from, baby? I don't know if it's send you. Just where did you come from? Where did you come
Somebody's on the telephone. Are you there? Yes?
Yes, I'm there. Only for the gifts.
Okay. Oh, they're asking what is their favorite rum that you soak your fruits in from Belfast.
But the favorite rum I use it to soak my cake is BB Spice rum. I choose BB, but it's BB Spice rum now to soak my cake because I like the flavor in it.
Oh, and you never brought me a piece blue blue?
No, I'm giving people like you my cake. People like Roro.
Like you.
Not like you.
She said BB Spice rum. Yeah? Okay.
the Belfast give back for the Christmas.
What would you want to see Belfast give you back?
I would like Belfast to give me a package of the woo wine.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Blue. You should.
Blue want some woo.
Woo. All right. 449-3095-96 and 97. Dominica, we're here. Any more callers this morning?
Just let the rhythm breathe. Getting along, no. You hear it, boy. Take your rock. Let me make this memory.
Well, we don't have any more calls just yet, so it's a choice between the cast rum and the spice rum.
The cast rum and the BB spice.
BB spice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping you guys can work on some packages for the Christmas.
We'll try a thing. So I going on say the Christmas bundles we have to give.
Mm-hmm.
Not to give. The Christmas bundles we are selling.
Okay.
So we have a one woo wine, a white or a rosé, a Diamond Reserve coconut rum, and a rum punch for $60. Then we have one BB spice, one soca rum, and one rum punch for $60 as well. And then we have our reduced price on our Eldorado gift packs. So the 12-year gift pack is now $80 at Belfast Estate, and the 15-year gift pack is now $115. And we have our famous wine bundles where you can get one white, one rose, one red for only $45. We're also fully stocked with our Pine Hill juices, our Belfast rums, our Corona beer, our Root Boys, and everything you need for your Christmas line. And listen, Christmas baking season is here. So if you're soaking your fruits for your black cake, you can use, as they say, their BB spice. You can use the soca rum. So you know where to get that at Belfast Estate.
All right, somebody's asking from Florida, way in Florida on Facebook, when is BB rum coming to Florida?
We're working on it.
You working?
We're working on it. It's coming soon.
Coming soon.
Yes.
Okay, my friend Jennifer, it's coming soon.
It's coming soon. We already changed from the 750 ml to the 700 bottles, so we can ship to the US. So it's coming soon.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a quick break and then we'll come back, Dominica. Stick around.
When you come in the jam, you should have a baby in your hand. When you come in the van, you should have a baby in your hand. What we drinking? DBB style. DBB nice. DBB style. DBB nice. DBB style. DBB nice. DBB style. DBB nice. You're right. Let me make this.
Don't forget this weekend, visit your favorite bar. Lots of love going to the bars that keep Belfast brands flowing week after week. Jaw Drop, Hotspot, Maho, Brigadier's Bar, Pay Bush, MP's Shop, Massa, Man's Bar, Woodbridge Bay, Davos Bar, Roseau. There's more. Rose on the Highway Bar, Portersville, One Pot Container Bar, Roseau, Deborah's Bar, Massa, Brian's Bar, San Sauveur. Our final comments. Back to you as we wrap it up this morning.
So we will be at ACS Downtown from 12 to 1 sampling our woo wines, and then after we'll be at Whitchurch IGA from 1 to 2 sampling our Eldorado rum cream. So stay locked in, stay tuned, and stay sipping. This is Belfast in 30, bringing the vibe straight to you.
Our next up, Creole Handbit.
And when we must stop playing on the block that way, we look like people don't play misbehaving.
This afternoon, I'll be repeating the program of the young people on the issue of debauch. Much asked about program. Of course, we heard of the DHTA joining the many groups asking the government of Dominica to bring a halt to the issue there. We'll explore that on Monday. So on the 1 o'clock program, stay tuned for a repeat with the young ecologists on the issue of debauch. Stay tuned.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've been waiting for has arrived. It's now time to prepare your mind and your body for
explosive entertainment. Welcome to tonight's entertainment.